Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am on here this morning. I'm going to talk about a couple things and I'm going to be very straight to the point. Um, so, okay, I'm putting in information where you can go to get information about my VIP 7-week course. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Good morning, good morning. So, I'm going to get straight to the point. I got medicine going right now. I have some orders this morning I have to fulfill. So it started this morning. I have an elixir to make for a dog and an elixir to make for a lady who just had major surgery. So, all right. So today I want to talk about the set, vice versa. And I'm going to start the morning off with drawing a card, 2 cards. And we're going to talk about it. And it's going to set the tone of your day. Now, I know I already did my reads for the past 3 days, but this is just a little extra something on top of it. There is yesterday, I don't know if any of you noticed, but time was sped up yesterday. It was very noticeable. I noticed it, and it was just like, whoa. We went through a portal, we leaped through something, and yesterday was a portal day. So, and I thought it was interesting because it was a portal day, and it was the blue galactic night guided by accomplishments, and it was cosmic 9. So, with it being a portal day, we definitely had a major portal energy shift. That was huge. I mean, I looked up at the time, it was 5 something, and I said, okay, let me take care of this. And it felt like it was only, 20, 30 minutes. Now I look down and it's 7:11. I said, wait a minute. What happened to the time? It was like a rippling, like, doo-doo-doo-doo. So, thank you. So, what's happening? Last year, there was time stolen from us. Okay, there's time stolen from us. And now, to correct it, the energy is being reset, giving it back to us. So it's moving us. It's not, we're not going backwards to get the time. It's like we're moving forward into the newer timeline energy that will sustain us. Here's the thing I want you to know. Anything that is a lower frequency being that has no heart, no soul, and they function from a lower place cannot go where we're going. They didn't get a ticket. They didn't get a memo. They didn't get a text. They can't get on the train because they do not have what they need to be on the train with us. So I want you to think about this. Why would an energy work that hard, come up with all these scenarios to keep us with them? Because they need us. But you can't keep what you don't have in the first place. You had us once, but you don't get to have us anymore. So now we have to move into the new timeline. And this is why those who are not awake will stay behind. But those that are awake, you're anchoring that light and moving into that new timeline. There's no joke. This is happening right now, and they can't come where we're going. It's almost too good. it's almost too good. Let's just whip out the champagne and some caviar, and let's just whip out some good food, and let's get that pie going. Let's get everything going because it's just too good. They cannot go where we're going. I want you to imagine this. The reason why is because our light is going to become so bright and connecting and anchoring into the new light of Mother, her grid light on this planet. Now, I told you, I've been walking around going to Sam's Clubs and floor lighting up in front of me. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Seeing grid lights lighting up, seeing the rippling coming through. It's on. We can't go where we're going. Try if you might. You just won't get that ride. So this is a good thing. This is the time to really anchor in to your healing, to your work, letting go of things. So 2 things I want to talk about. These are really interesting cards. I'm going to talk about this real quick. I already did a video on this, and it's still about the same thing. When people envy you for your gifts and they want to do what you're doing, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do what you did to get to where you are, to get the gifts that you have, to accelerate in yourself. They don't want to do that inner work. Nobody wants to do inner work. Let's just be real. Nobody wants to do it. Because that means you got to face your crap. You got to look at stuff. You got to look at why you're angry. You got to look at why you're upset and pissed off at somebody. You got to look at why you didn't forgive this, or why are you angry with spirit? Why are you angry with God? Why are you angry with the world? Why people don't want to go there. They want to just keep moving around, keep going like they're going, and just keep it like that. You have to go into the shadow. You have to go into that place where it's dark and look at your fears. Look at what you're angry about. Look at what was not forgiven. Look at what hurt you. Look at what you're still carrying in your little suitcase of woe. Well, you got to look at that. You have to, because how else are you going to free yourself up to take in more of that light if you don't go and look? If you do not take a deep breath and say, yes, this never sat well with me. This person treated me like this. That never sat well with me. That hurt me. I got to give voice to this. I'm going to speak my truth on this. This is time to speak truth. And sometimes people don't want to hear it. But that's okay. You have to speak your truth, because you have to be able to move into that space that is allowing you to expand in your crystalline body. Because you can't take all this old stuff that we have collected on the 3rd dimension and move into where we're going. It's not going to work. It'll actually make you sick. So you have no choice but to get in there and do the work. So a lot of times, for me personally, long story short, I always know when people, or a person, I should say a person, is stalking me about my gifts. And it starts off kind of innocently. They say things like, oh, I wish I could see like that, or I wish I could hear spirit like you do. I can't hear like that. I wish I could do that. Starts off like that. That's how it starts off. And then the next thing you know, if both of you are doing the same type of medicine work, or you're doing healing work, and it's kind of different from each other, and if you're in a group setting, hear me when I say this. If you're in a group setting, such like Native traditions, Taino traditions, Amazon tradition, ayahuasca traditions, somebody in that group has an eye on you. And they don't like you because you have something they want. It starts off innocently. You might start off as best friends, besties, whatever. But sooner or later, if you get any recognition over what they want to get, they want to be recognized like you. And they see medicine people coming towards you. They see medicine people gravitating towards you. They see, they want to know why they take extra things with you. They do things with you. Watch out, because guaranteed that energy is going to start spinning, and that person is going to come after you. And they'll do it in a very subtle way. They'll gaslight you. They will backstab you. They will talk badly about you behind your back, to discredit who you are. So they can look like the new it, the new energy. Like, okay, now look at me. I got my got my concerns and everything out of the way, so I don't have to work with that energy. So now I'm gonna get that out of the way so you can focus in on me. And then this is how you know something. When they come up into your face and they say things like, well, everybody was over looking at you and nobody was paying attention to what I was doing. Or they go out of their way to tell you, if you weren't at an event, to tell you how everything was while you weren't there, and that they stepped in and they were doing this and they were doing medicine and they were representing this and they were helping and they were being the elder, or they were being this, whatever title they want to give themselves, to make themselves feel good, to make themselves feel like they got attention. Okay, that particular type of energy, don't be available for it, especially when they come into your face and they're throwing it in your face and they're trying to get you to look at it. They want to hear you say, "Oh, really? You helped out in medicine this time? What part of the medicine did you do? Oh, well, that's good." Because they want you to get it in your head and walk around and say to yourself, "Oh, well, why did that happen? She or he hasn't been there long enough to be, getting the medicine, and da 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 da, and now they're doing it." There's always problems in groups. Oh, I don't like doing group stuff. I don't like being in native groups and heavy group things, because there's always somebody that's going to be jealous, that's going to start stuff, that's going to shoot energy out at you for no reason, all because they don't want to do the work on themselves. They're unhappy where they are in themselves, and that is the truth of it. I've experienced it way too many times, and they are the ones you have to really watch out for, because they will go and try to discredit you for who you are. I've had a lot of people do that stuff to me. Oh, watch out for her. She's doing this and da 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 da, and she's this. I'm like, really? That the best you got? You have to go there because you are so insecure with yourself. You you want something, but you 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 don't want to do the work to get there. You want it right now, the recognition. People who look for recognition all the time in everything that they do, they don't sit right with themselves. It's called, I need attention, not recognition. I need attention. So beware. This energy is out there right now, looping around. Okay. Here's the other factor I wanted to talk about. Just don't be available for that energy. So don't align with it. That's third dimensional energy. And I don't have a problem right now saying things to people who get in my face and get weird. I say, are you being third dimension? What dimension are you on? What timeline are you on? I'll say it just like that. And I'm serious looking. You should see people. What's that mean? Exactly. You don't know where you are, nor do you know who you are. And keep it walking. I'm not I'm not somebody that you just come up on and just try to do that, because I will say, do you know what your stars say about you? Do you know what's going on? Do you know I am not from this planet? I look very serious when I'm saying things. And I just watch their looks on their face. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is when you keep having reoccurring dreams of people coming into your dream and they're trying to be with you. They miss you. They want to talk to you, but they don't want to physically do it in reality. So they wait till dream time to come in and talk to you. Like they're trying to set the stage for something to take place in reality. And I have this going on right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm not there, but you're coming into my dream space saying how much you miss me and you would like it if I could be there, but you don't want to physically ask me. You're trying to set the stage in dream world so that it will occur in reality. No. If there's something that needs to be worked out, there's something that needs to be said, there's something that needs to be healed, and both sides, one side is doing all the work to do the healing, and the other side is not being receptive or not willing to hear or not willing to heal it or not willing to accept it or not willing to forgive it, it's not in alignment. I'm not available for that either. So a lot of times if you get somebody that keeps showing up in your dreams and it's very clear and it keeps showing up in your dreams and they're trying to be with you, trying to talk to you, trying to connect with you in some kind of way, get in there and ask this question, what do you want from me? Obviously it's something you want from me. You want a connection. You're trying to hold my hands in the dream. We're spinning around in circles. We're laughing. You're saying, gosh, you wish I was there. And you're doing all of this. What does that mean? What do you want from me? Period. Ask it in the dream. Because you got to remember, we're in duality realities right now. And the gap in between the space right here and when it's happening, thank you for the thumbs up. When it's happening, there's so much taking place. And when it meets in the middle, there's like this, and then it merges. So please pay attention to how the energies are moving right now. So I just wanted to put that out there. Be aware. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. And every day I'm just like, Mount Shasta, I'm going to take a break from there. Why it's doing its healing. It's getting rid of stuff up there right now. So I'm really sad by that. Okay, so today let's take a look at these vice versa cards. These are really cool cards. And they're right on the money too. So let's see for today. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's magic. Never believe it's not so. Come on, sing it with me. It's magic. Never believe it's not so. Okay. Here we go. Oh, well, look at this. We have the Fool. And what's neat about this is the nighttime Fool. It's nighttime because here's the daytime Fool. Okay? But here's the nighttime Fool. Now, on the daytime Fool, they're bright and sunny. They see everything. He's had a little something, feeling like he's going to walk. But here, because we got the nighttime Fool, we got a dog for guidance. We got a little bit of dropping things off. We see the falling star. So this is the nighttime Fool. So we got to look at this. Then we have, I wanted to say this is the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. She's got a white rabbit in front of her. She's got her beautiful dress on. The rabbit's there. On the reverse side, it would be the moon. But she's got sunlight, dawning of a day. She's got a beautiful dove here. Love, success. So let's take a look at this. And this is why I like these cards, because vice versa. It tells you the story. So the nighttime fool, let's see what the hidden meaning of this. So at nighttime and evening time is when we feel a lot more energy things going on. All right. So here's the nighttime fool. Okay. And it says that side, though the land leaves behind. Okay. When you get this side of the reading, something good is on the horizon. Though you may not know what it is, where you are heading is better than where you have been. That's not the truth. Okay. So don't be afraid to continue along this path. Trust your instincts and be guided by them. And be aware of signs that may seem potentious. Though these things have obvious or the comment, sometimes the smallest changes can be enough to alter your trajectory in a meaningful way. So even though this is a card that's showing the nighttime fool, something's on its way. Something good is on its way. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, and it was bright and sunny. So the Nine of Pentacles. Now that song's going to be in my head all day. It's magic. Okay, this side. So when you get this side of the reading, finding a peace in solitude is easier for some people than others, but it is necessary for all. Your home is your sanctuary, and this card is encouraging you to enjoy the benefit of renewal and wholeness. There's a difference between withdrawing out of fear or expansion of withdrawing in the order to come back to your true self. Tend to your garden for a while and let others tend to theirs. It means stay on your own highway. Stay on your own lane. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. A lot of us have problems with that, but we are being put in situations where you have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to take care of yourself. You have to learn to trust yourself. Okay? You have to trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. I know this because this is one of the huge things I had to walk through in my life about trusting myself. Because if you're constantly being bombarded with, oh, don't think like that, or you can't do that, or you can't do. I had someone, I'll never forget it, when I first started learning how to move frequency. Okay, learning how to take a frequency, put it into something, put it in the water, put it into a bottle, put it into a home, whatever it was. I can move a frequency, code it, and put it in somewhere. And I remember this friend of mine, because she was doing it. She went to a class. She put it on a piece of paper and she stuck it to somebody and said, okay, that frequency, the body will read it. I said, oh, wow, you can do it just like that. Well, what about this? Can you do it like this? Can I take something from this and go transfer it in this? And she goes, Lacey, I don't think you can do that. I said, no, I can. I can do this. And she was just like, and I've been doing it ever since. It is nothing for me to take an essential oil. Hold on a minute. Say like I take this eucalyptus, okay? This eucalyptus. And I want the essence of it. I can push this energy into this and it'll start to taste like eucalyptus. It won't taste very good, but it'll taste like it. But I pushed it into that. These are things that we can do. But you have to trust yourself and you have to believe it. We are stronger and smarter. We are the RI. We are stronger and smarter than any computer. It's just we never give ourselves the credit to be that. We doubt ourselves, or we titrate ourselves, thank you, to papers that validate the level of consciousness and skillfulness that we have. So if you get a certificate that says, "Oh, I'm trained in this skill," that's your level. That's what you know. But what if you went outside the box? What if you went beyond that? What if you did that? How would it change? What if your body was having an issue? You gone to every doctor in the world and the same thing keeps coming up. Is they can't find out what's causing it. They can't give you an answer. But what if you took the moment, took the time to ask the body and tuned into your God light and said, "I'm going to heal this and be done with it. Finish." And watch your body react. What if you took your water and programmed it to go into a certain part of your body every single day to clear something out? Because water is a living source. It's powerful. All you have to do is tell it what you want it to do. Look what it can do. It can harden itself and become ice, become like a crystal, hold memory. And we sit back and ask ourselves and grade ourselves and act as though we can't do something. Really? You can do a lot more than you know. And that's what the energies of the lower beings don't want you to know. Because God forbid if you really got in there and you became this vibrational source of your divinity, that is the one thing they fear. That's their fear. That is our victory. We are the fear to them of our awakening and being who we are. To step out of the muck and mire, to step out of the mundane, to step out of the belief system that entraps us into staying in one way, thinking, one pattern, stay in the same cycle, repeat the same thing, keep attracting the same type of people into our lives that keep teaching us the same lesson over and over and over. Really? We need to be done with that. There's so much more that we're getting set up for to be. There's so much more to see. There's so much more that we can say no to and say yes to. I say no to people who just don't get a clue. I'm not available, but I'm available for all the other ones that are awake, that have a clue. I'm aligning with that. I'm aligning with new energy and new timeline. Get off the old timeline. If something keeps repeating itself, get off of it. You consciously have to make a decision. Get off of the timeline because it'll show itself in the type of people that keep coming into your life, the scenario that keeps playing out, and the habit things that you keep doing. Get off of it. Do something new. Think something different. Get out of the box. I don't care how scary it is. Do something different. Challenge yourself. Say to yourself, is there something you've always wanted to learn, but you've been afraid to go do it? Because you think you start running that freaking list. You know what? I'm gonna tell you a secret. Come here. Get up here close. Use some malware. Turn your spiritual malware on so you can edit that stuff out. Get rid of that. Okay? So now we got that out of the way. So use your malware and start challenging yourself to do something different. Step out of the box. Okay, Went out with my friend yesterday, and it was funny. We go to the crystal store. We got her some black tourmaline for her new car. Okay, you guys know how I feel about that tourmaline. Put that tourmaline in your car. I even put a piece in my suitcase when I'm traveling to make sure that my suitcase comes back to me. hmm So we come out of the crystal store and she says, "Are you hungry?" I said, "Yeah, I'm getting hungry." And she said, "Well, what's over here to eat?" And I said, "Well, there's pyology and then there's Bucks and Sandies." And I go, she goes, "What's Bucks and Sandies?" I said, "I have no idea. I had never even been there, never went in there." She goes, "Well," I said, "Well, why don't we just go over there and try it?" So we went over there and we're looking. They have hamburgers, wings, and salads, and sundaes, and ice creams, and all these home food, macaroni and cheese. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. I didn't do it. I wanted to do it. So we're standing there and she's looking and I'm looking at the menu. And I said, "Okay, this looks really good." And so we go in there and nice place, love the seating and everything was cool. And go in and put our order in and get our food. And first time we ever ate there, went outside the box, first time. And sure enough, the owner of the store comes up to us and says, "Hi," introduces herself and says, "Is this your first time with us?" And said, "Yes." She turns around and says, "I would like to give you a card that says, come back again, and you get to pick anything off of the appetizer menu that you would like to have for free." And I said, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah." Boom. This is the new energy. People are thinking a new way to connect, a new way to say, "Hi, I'm so happy to see you." To see you. I'm so happy to connect with you. Let me give you something to remind you to come back to our place. If you are not doing this in your business, hear me when I say this, this goes for you business tycoons out there that are out there still circulating in the same thought process and you're wondering why it ain't working because you're not on the new timeline. I don't care what kind of loans you have, whatever money was given to you, so you can spruce your place up and everything. If you haven't shifted to the new timeline energy and you're coming from that in heart to that place, you're not going to go very far. You have to consciously do it. You have to meet people in their heart. You have to meet people in their soul without judgment. Yeah, that's something new for us. Ooh, let's step out of that box. Don't judge for color. Don't judge for belief system. Don't judge for your if you're fat, skinny, or thin, or whatever. You got plumpness. Don't be judging on that. Don't be judging if you're tall or if you're short. Don't be judging on that. Don't even be judging if you're male, female, or you're still trying to figure out who you are. Don't be judging on that. How about no judgment? Why not just exist in harmony and be there for one another when someone needs something or help or whatever without judgment? It happens really easy when there's a catastrophe. I don't think anybody, when there's a tornado that hits and everything's happening and somebody's trapped in a house, I don't think somebody's standing there saying, "Oh, well, is that a black person in there? We can't go help that. Is that an Asian person in there? We can't help that person. Is that a Christian in there? I don't know if we're going to do." Are we standing around doing that? No. The first thing you kick into is your soul of divine, and you say, "Let me go help that person." That stuff goes out the window. It needs to stay out the window here on out. Because where we're going together, is spectacular. Unfortunately, we just got a couple little bumps in the road. And we got to just keep sweeping that shit out the door and hang a sign up that says, closed to you. This place is not available for you. My sanctuary of myself, my being is not available for you. I make it a conscious decision now in the morning when I'm on a new earth timeline. How can I be of service? Divine Mother, Father, what would you have me to do? How can I align myself? No matter what my situation is, and you guys know my situation, I'm still showing up. Rather it's in my good, rather it's in my tears, rather it's in my whatever. I'm transparent. I am showing up because I'm being my soul light. Just like you need to be your soul light. What is your soul saying? What is, how are we representing ourselves in this? Are we waiting till nighttime to come alive? What are we doing? What you doing? How is that? How are we evolving? How are we evolving? What's your evolvement? And what's the potency of yourself? What is it? What have you always wanted to do, but you've been so afraid to do it? Because now, don't give fear a passport. Don't do it. Don't give fear a passport. So think about that for a second. Let me go click something. Okay. Like I said, I'm making spiral light medicines. Okay, let me look at the question. Lisa, sorry to ask, but my grandkids have been returned to school after being home for the past year because the kids wanting to have all ages of school kids daily PCR tests. What? All school kids jabbed from the age of 5. What? This cannot be. And this is why we have to keep our light so strong. Remember, Lisa, that's a good, thank you so much for sharing that. Remember when I said about the 528 trillion? Okay, remember that? Remember that light? That's how we need to all be thinking every single day. We should automatically just bring in that 528 trillion light and bringing in and just take it into the heart and expand it out and push it out and just take our hands and push out that energy of 528. You want to make it stronger, you make the triangle, the pyramid, and push it out. Make it stronger. So here's the thing. Everybody needs to start thinking that 528 trillion. I don't think Creator would have just gave me that frequency for nothing. Think about this. Their malware that we have to, no, excuse me, wrong word. They are the virus that we have to clear out. Think of the energy of what we're currently going through. They are the virus. We are the malware. Now, you could choose to be, I don't know, Kapitsky. You could choose to be Barracuda. You could choose to be all these different malware, but you have to pick how strong of a malware do you want to be. This is why 528 trillion light per millisecond is so important to be holding. We can hold that. All you do is say, I'm holding that. I'm anchoring into that light. It might be a little much for you, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. What if we all just did that? All of us. I tried many, many times to come on here and put together a big group meditation type of thing. At least have 100 people. Can you imagine if we had 100 people to do the 528 trillion light holding? To just tap into it and just anchor it and pull it down like you're pulling a blanket of light onto the earth, and it's programmed to get rid of the virus, the lower beings. We're the freaking malware. How awesome would that be? So constantly pushing out the light and flowing pure energy. I know all of us are getting worn out and tired from what we've been doing, but we have to. We signed up for this. We came here. Somebody spiked my Kool-Aid up there in the heaven realm because I thought I was just on my way to a good clothing sale or something. Next thing I know, I'm down here. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to just come on. I'm going to think about maybe new moon would be a good thing that we could anchor in some higher vibrational light. I will sit with Creator and sit and see what's the best time to do that. What's the best aligned time to do that? Because Friday's new moon, it comes in at 6:16 in the evening over here. And it says the blue crystal hand, self-generation. And then the day after that, on Saturday the 10th, is a yellow cosmic star, guided by free will. Might have to do it on 2 days. So I left the information, 7 elements. Go to my WordPress button to read about the new VIP, validated intergalactic purpose. 7-week course, pricing and everything's on there. Some good bonuses if you pay in full. Discounts if you pay before a certain time, the date and everything. And then we're starting on a certain date of next week. I think it's going to be on Saturday the 17th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Just know that. I'll have everybody, first I'll meet with everybody individually, and then everyone will be added into the group, the Voxer group, and into, if we have to do a Facebook group, might just have everything on Voxer. And then private one-on-one with me once a week with a reading along with the clearing work with Spiral Light for your healing. All right. Okay. So know this. We're moving into something. If you really look at this, there's a beginning, there's an ending. At number 9, completion, a beginning and a completion. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Lisa, I hear you. I love you back. And you know what? Thanks for holding the light space there in UK, and along with the other brothers and sisters in UK and in Canada and in Australia, in Africa, they got their challenges too. Everyone on different continents is having challenges. Let's all just hold the light. We can do this. You just have to be willing to get out of the box. We're the malware to the virus. I kind of like that. We need to hashtag that. We are the malware to the virus. Yes, we are. All right. Be RI. Be real intelligence. Be your true self. Be your soul light. All right. Everyone have a great day. Go make it count. Shift your perspective. Shift into a different perspective of being. Be good to yourself. We're all in it together. You're gonna have your good days. You're gonna have your bad days. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Much love. All right. Sending you lovelies. All right. Bye, everyone. Be good to yourselves.